Hi Shannon, it's Chad with Damon and Prince. We received your email and I ran the quick analysis reports on your website for you. And I was going to walk you through it real quick and show you some of the things that I saw. Now, I may not touch on every bit of the aspects of marketing that could be implemented on this site, but I'm going to hit some of the key points. One thing I noticed here at the top is there's no call to action with a phone number. It is listed here in the text somewhere in the middle. That's definitely important. That's something that converts into a sale. Um, a lot of these links should be listed as backlinks, and I'll show you here in a little bit in the report where it's not showing up as being listed as backlinks. I noticed you have a counter, which is great, and I am sure the content management system is one of the things that was able to implement and install this for you. Um, I was going through and looking at the services and the way things are listed, and it's not a bad website, and it definitely could use some work, and they could definitely use some tactics that are implemented on core marketing principles, especially the what's in it for me principle, and just the way that it's worded so that it's directed to convert into sales. Definitely need conversion forms and phone numbers listed on every page, so that way when the reader finds enough content, they have something that directs them to make that call right away. And then also the conversion form, so if you're not in the office, it gives you the ability to still receive the contact information from the client, and you can make that call back to them and schedule an appointment. I noticed there's about 9 pages, and you could probably condense a lot of this content into something quite a bit smaller. Your location map I saw right here, where you had issues with clients going to another, excuse me, paint shop, and there's no Google map though listed right here, which would show them the exact directions to your office, which is definitely something that needs to be implemented. um, a lot of the information that's on this location map is definitely things that should be implemented on the first page. A lot of this is what's going to direct them at that sale and how they can best get a hold of you and when they can best get a hold of you. The guest book is excellent. Um, it's definitely important to have feedback from people that have used your services so that other people can see it, and it builds trust, and so it's definitely something important. A lot of this information about the insurance work I've come to understand by doing research on businesses just like yours that deal with insurance companies, and it's definitely important right off the bat on your first page to educate them in the sense that they can use your services and why they can use your services, and get rid of some of those um, the skepticism behind that they have to use a specific company because they're contracted with them. So here's the reports. Your website got a 33 out of 100. There was no blog analysis, which definitely something should have shown up for the guest book if you're using a CRM. And there was 0 index pages. The middle school readability, I went over that last time in the last video. It's definitely good. We recommend it so it doesn't alienate or isolate any target demographic. Um, there's no heading summary tags, and the reason that's important is because it basically helps the search engine spiders understand the content on a page and what is most important about that page, and it helps them list it within the search engines. So one of the things that I saw that was extremely good was the fact of the 11-year domain age. That's excellent. That's going to help you rank high in the organic search engines. Now I noticed you're ranking in Google, but you're not ranking in a lot of other search engines, which would be very important for you to generate more traffic, which is going to definitely generate more sales. A lot what I really noticed was there's a lot of small things, and a lot of small things pile up to be quite a bit of things. And with just with the domain age that's 11 years old, it's going to be extremely easy when you have an optimized website that's built professional and it doesn't have all those little things for it to jump right to the top of Google within all those search terms and stay up there. And so, social media and why social media is so important. I'm sure that you probably have a Facebook, and going through and looking at a lot of marketing reports, Facebook is one of the highest traveled social media sites in the world. And the reason it's so important is because there's a lot of potential clients. All of your potential clients pretty much are on Facebook, and so linking yourself with social media is is better than having just a guest book, because in a sense it can link to where when they click that they liked your services or they're linked with you, that's going to actually go into something that's like a guest book on your page. And that's also going to let their friends know about you, and that's going to let them know about your services, and that's huge in marketing. It can make a small business grow very quickly if it's done correctly. And that's definitely a service that we can provide. And we also, when we optimize websites, we include social media link setups for you guys. Um, there's no RSS feed, which is important. There's no conversion forms, which are just extremely important in marketing for any business, because those are ways that generate new sales, and that's a way for you to get the information you need to call back that potential client and be able to convert that sale. And so, um, there's no website analytics. Analytics are extremely important. That allows you to measure everything that's going on as far as with your website, similar to what we're doing right now, but a little bit more in depth. It's going to tell you who's traveling to your site as far as whether they're using smartphones, Blackberries, desktops, and how much traffic you're getting and where they're going on your website, where they're leaving your website, how much time they're spending on your website. These things are extremely important for marketing, because then you have something to measure. And so everything that's done digital and everything that we do is measurable. And because it's measurable, it's easy for us to measure for a few months, see what's working and what's not working, and adjust very quickly so that we can continue to funnel new traffic and new clients to you and optimally reach the target demographic. So it's definitely, social media and optimized websites are definitely important to businesses, but a lot of business owners aren't familiar with the reasons why social media are so important. If you do have a Facebook, which I'm sure you do, you see ads constantly on Facebook, and those are businesses that are taking advantage of using social media, and millions of new people are seeing their services daily. Um, Also, what I saw with your SEO rank, it's a 38.4 out of 100, which is extremely low for having a domain age as long as 11-year domain age like you do. You have no worldwide traffic rank for your Alexia rank, which isn't a big deal. Your target demographic is obviously in this area. Your page rank is a 2, which is definitely something that needs to be improved. Um, there's 0 index pages, which is definitely a red flag, and I'll explain why here in a second. Any of the information I'm explaining or going over, and if I'm speaking geek or I'm saying things that you don't quite understand, I'd be more than happy to clarify these in a conversation later. Um, the home analysis for the SEO, the title there's no title, and so there's no characteristics, which is definitely something that needs to be fixed. Um, the meta description is 245 characteristics, and your meta keywords, it got red flagged, which isn't really a big deal. What it's trying to drive at is between a specific amount of keywords to hit that target demographic. There's no heading tags, and those heading tags are extremely important, because when the search engines crawl them, it relevates the services that you provide, and it helps to list you on Google and different search engines, and that's what does the listing. So without having those, you're missing out on being a more relevant search term, and then when you're a more relevant search term, you end up on the end of that search, and which converts into a sale by the client clicking on your services. There's 37 images on your website, and 27 alt tabs are missing, which those tabs are extremely important because the search engine spiders crawl those, and they can't see pictures, but what they do is they go across those tabs and it tells them what the image is. And so when they know what the image is, they can list it within the search engine as being relevant for those services. And so if it doesn't have those, it doesn't know if it's relevant for the services or not. And so it's not getting listed, and it's dinging you and pushing you down in the search engine. Also, what I saw was the text to HTML ratio can use some work. Like I said about the Google Maps, it needs an XML sitemap, which is also going to list the amount of pages on the site. It's just things that relevate within the search engine. It's declared missing for the language. There's no Google Analytics, and I kind of explained briefly how important that is. The W3C validity has 58 errors and 9 warnings. You have 0 backlinks, and backlinks are like boats, and those are what keep you pushed up organically in the search engines. And so what I was saying is these should be listing as backlinks, but they're not. So, excuse me. Also, let's see. We went over the social media. I went over the RSS feed and the conversion form, how important that is. Really what I wanted to show you real quick, and I might have showed you in the last video, is this is a site that we're building right now. We took a basic site similar to yours, and this is what their site looks like now. And one of the things that we know to be true is that words tell and pictures sell. And so when you're explaining something, if they're able to visually see it as well, it relevates it, and it helps turn it into a sale. This is a very easy to navigate site. These show the link services where you have tabs that say guest book and different things like that. These are the exact same thing, but this is more modernized. It also allows you to show statistics. It allows you to show a lot of different things, and it has a lot of conversions on here. This is a conversion with a contact us. It has testimonials at the bottom, which actually shows pictures of people, and words sell, pictures tell. It has integrated social media at the bottom and the top, so people can get a hold of you through social media. Right here is another conversion form. These are other services, as I had said. This is the peace of mind, professionalism, expertise, and predictability of the services. These are individuals that this particular person has serviced with his window tinting business. And here's his call to action at the top with the phone number, also his social media. This website's not done. This is just the home page, so this is one page. But we can definitely build something that's going to be unique to your needs. It's going to look professional so that your clients see the professionalism of your business, so that when they see your site, they judge it. They're going to judge your services no matter what when they see your site, whether they're going to judge it as being professional or not. And I'd really like to talk to you more about what your unique needs are and how we can best be of service to you in building that perfect website for your business. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you. Once again, my phone number is 520-499-8864. You can reach me at chad@damonprince.com. And have a wonderful and prosperous day.